And of course, anay man taga PECO, Panay Electric Company, ang daan nga distributor, ang head sang Technical Services Management, Engineer Phil Sonsa. Siguro, si Sir Roel muna, sir. Imo anay greetings sa aton mga tagpalamati.
Mayong aga sa mga listeners sa Action Radio and mga followers sa Daily Guardian, no? Well, it's an opportunity na ginimbitar kita dire, no, para maka explain and maka-clarify, no, sa mga issues or I would say even propaganda, no, that some quarters are putting forward, no. So with this, salamat gid sa imbitasyon, Francis.
Sir, we have a lot of topics to cover, so diretso na lang kita na isa pamangkot. 2 weeks ago, o 2 weekends ago, 13 hour or 12 hours ka brown out dira sa may Haro District because of that maintenance work sa Haro substation. Can we get ang the real status sang substation nga na and all the other substations why nga dapat nag-brown out ito mo sa amo to kadugay at
Yes.
that time?
Well, firstly, what I would like to convey is ang mga substations naton sa Iloilo or anywhere, no, for that matter, ara capacity, no, ara kapasidad. Ang total kapasidad ng mga substations, 5 substations sa Iloilo are already fully, well, I would say even breaching what we call the safety level. No? Usually na sa mga 85%, in fact 70 to 80% should be the normal loading. But in Iloilo, there are already 4 substations of the 5 that are already getting over 90%. Okay? So, put that together, ang total kapasidad sang mga substations in Iloilo are already fully loaded. That's one. Number 2 is that ang mga substations, per our information and knowledge, no, ay maintenance, no, and that is seen, no, from the what we call the we tested the oil, no, and we actually got what we call the total dissolved gas analysis, no, and all of the 5 substations showed na ara problema sa mga gases sa transformer. If we have to look at a person, no, if we have to put analogy this to a person, blood analysis kita, no, and we found out that in the blood of these substations, mataas ang cholesterol, mataas ang uric acid, mataas ang triglycerides. Now, if we put it to the context of the substation, there are gases, no, na nag-over 100 times the limit. No? So, if we don't do anything about the substations, and if we will be criticized that why do we have to do this, well, it's very likely that these substations will fail us one of these days. And if it fails us without the maintenance, baka it will be a graver, mas dako ang problema. No, that is why when we took over immediately, we tested, no, the gases, the oil, and we found that all of the 5 substations are infected. That's why we have to do this. No?
Mr. Castro, pwede mo mantagaan, can you give the Ilonggos, especially the consumers in Iloilo City, kung sang total picture, pila ka bilog ang aton substations diri Subong, nga iyan na sang PECO sang una, pero Subong aran sa inyo.
Yes. 5. No?
5 ni sila tanan.
Yes, yes.
Ini nga 5, tanan ni sila, kung sa tao pa may masakit,
Yes.
kay kulang sa maintenance.
Correct.
Kag na-mention nimo nga may kung hindi ni sila maagapan, hindi ka mo mag-conduct sang preventive maintenance, posible nga maglupok ini o magka-problema kag magatuga sang malawig nga brownout. Your Tagalog, naintindihan mo
Yes,
ko?
yes.
Oo, okay. So, sang naglawig ang brownout dito sa Haro, ano nga mga substations ang inyo ginkayo? Limagid?
Yes, We have to do maintenance in all 5 substations.
Simultaneous?
No, hindi naman. One after the other, no? The first was last Sunday,
Mhm.
no? The second is next Sunday.
And this caused power outages.
We have to, yes.
Nga dito sa Haro, malawig ang outages. I-compare mo sa ibang nga mga distrito.
Yes, oo. But actually, what we did in Haro, no,
Aha.
is that one of the feeders, no, we transferred them to another feeder, no, para hindi
Oh.
ang whole of Haro, no, ang nag-brown out. So there were there
Areas
was
lang.
portion of one feeder that we transferred to another feeder. So sila nag-interruption lang ng mga 20 minutes at mga 4:30 in the morning. Arat na naman sila electricity, no?
So, pag-assume sang more sang distribution facilities, including the substation sang Panay Electric Company, immediately nag-conduct mo sang diagnostics for the distribution system.
Actually, we actually started diagnostics even bago kita nag-take over.
Oh, and what are the anong nakita nyo nga mga major nga dapat kinahanglan sang i-correct sa system?
Okay. When we did yung diagnostics, I think this was as early as November of last year, no?
Okay.
We actually did this together with Miascor, no? Miascor is Meralco's engineering company. Thermal scan naton 100% of all the transformers, of all the lines, of everything that we can actually do via thermal scan.
So ang Miesco daw third party
Yes.
assessment or investigation team ni. Gin-hire ninyo nag-abot diri sa Iloilo.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Oo. So, well, they had about 5 or 6 technical people with them. In fact,
Mga experts ni.
mga experts from Meralco, no? So, we did 100% thermal scan. Kung sa tao pa ining karon, that's the thermal scan that you sa ulo, no?
May hilanat ka,
Oo,
wala.
para makita kung sino may hilanat sino ang wala. Okay? So, out of the whole, over 900 connection points that we've seen are hotspot. No?
900.
Over 900.
And-
And this is coming from about 144
Locations.
No, 144 transformers.
Oh, wow.
No, that includes ang kining mga other components within the system, even lines, no, nakita ang kable nakita nato na over na talaga siya, what do you call this, ang temperature is already high because of overloading. So even before we took over in February 28, we already have that. So we already knew exactly ano-ano na mga connection, ano-ano na mga transformers ang ara problema. So when we take over on day 1, immediately we could do the work.
So ginamat-amat yun ni sila, correct? You replace the transformers?
Already. We've replaced over, by this time, as we speak now, because we're doing some maintenance work in Molo, no, sa Molo feeders, no? By now, siguro over 100 na.
Ang na-correct nyo?
Ang na-correct, ang na-upsize naton, no? Na move naton ng mga transformers. Kay, if I'm not mistaken, from my own count, naglupok na mga transformer the last 3 months. Siguro there are already 10.
Wow.
No?
Pila pa ka hotspot subong ang dapat i-correct? Ang nabilin pa nga wala ninyo ma-correctionan?
Okay, ang data naton as of now, siguro we still have about mga 400 or over pa, no, that we have to correct, no? That's why we are doing 2-hour, I would say, interruption, no, Tuesdays and Thursdays, no, and Saturdays kung pwede magsi 6 hours tayo, no, para ma-correct itong mga but again, I mean, I have to make it clear. Ini na mga corrections that we're doing, band-aid lang ini. No, band-aid pa lang ini. No, because what is really important is, number 1, and we've already started with it, ang mga illegal, no?
Illegal
Ang
connections.
Illegal connection which are not registered in our I would say in our load profile, no, has to be profiled properly so we can size the transformers, we can size the wires, we can size the the system properly. Now, even if we do all of these corrections in these hotspots now, if hindi naton ma-address no ang problema sang mga illegal connection, it will just be temporary. That is why it is really a massive approach. And I'd like to share with you right now. Ara kita sa Suba,
Sa Tabok Suba.
Tabok Suba in Haro, no? And my information is that there are over 200 illegally connected residents who came forward. And sila na nag-volunteer. Si Kapitan na mismo ang nag-ingon sa aton, hindi na kayo mag-apprehend because we will come forward, no? Last week we did it in we did this in Baluarte Sur, no? So over 190 residents came forward, no? And there are others, no? So in other words, to address the system, hindi lang isa ka sektor, no? Hindi lang pwede substation lang, hindi pwede na transformer lang, hindi pwede na ang illegal lang. It has to be everything, no? Because everything is in a system.
So, ang problema nga ginbilin sang previous nga kompanya nga naga-distribuer sang elektrisidad diri sa syudad sang Iloilo, mahambal naton nga madamo.
Yes, in fact, I'll be very frank and I'm sorry for my for the term, no? And I'm sure many will be will not like the term, but I mean my term is bulok ang sistema that we had to take over.
Okay. Masaylo kita kay Engineer Phil Sonsa, ang Technical Services Manager sa More Power. Bago lang inyo nabatian mga abyan, si Mr. Roel Castro, ang President sa More Power Corporation. Mr. Phil Sonsa, you are the technical guy, no? Ara ka sa Technical Services Department sa More. Now, ang mga brownouts nga na-experienceahan sang aton mga konsumidor diri sa syudad lately, kabangdanan ini sang inyo nga pag-ubra sang preventive maintenance, hindi ba?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, ang ina-refer mo nga na ang amotong include nga haro sa
So far, ang tanan nga mga power outages sa syudad, it's because hindi ni aksidente nga natabo, tungod nga ginhungod ini para makayon ninyo ang makorek ninyo ang mga problema o anomalya sa sistema.
Bali, sir, i-clear ko, no? Nagamba lang aton si President Roel Castro before nga bulok ang sistema ng resilience ng Panay Electric Company. So, duwa ka klaseng outages naton nakatabo sa syudad. Mayara kita nga scheduled kag unscheduled nga power interruptions. Diri naman sa unscheduled power interruptions, amo ini ang mga bulok nga nagdagdag na naglulupok na mga
halin pag-assume ninyo, kayo may gambal ang iban sa social media nga mas naglala ang brownout, halin pag-take over ninyo. Halin pag-assume sang more power sa distribution system, ano kadamo ang unscheduled kumpara kag ang scheduled brownouts?
Yes, sir. As of the moment, no, may ara kita dito nga sa control center naka-record na tanan ng aton nga mga outages, no. Kag may mga trouble calls kita nga coming from the consumers mismo nagsululod sa aton control center. Now, ang aton nga kung i-total tanan nga mga outages ini, I can't really give you the exact figure, but dala na diri ang mga scheduled naton kay bala naton every Tuesday morning, every Thursday morning kita nga mga scheduled interruptions, no, especially kung Saturdays or during Saturdays, mayara man kita ng mga scheduled interruptions. But ang mahambal ko di, sir, nga ang iban nga na nagdulugang sa total number of outages nga na are mainly also nga nag-contribute diri ang aton nga mga bulok nga mga o nagbuluba na to nga mga facilities sa distribution system naton.
So mas laban ang unscheduled brownouts kaysa scheduled brownouts.
Probably, sir, yes, sir, kaya kakatabo, especially subong medyo nagkamatamad naman ang aton weather, subong
nag-change
na naman. So may mga ara kita na nga mga thermal expansion sa aton wires nga would cause nga cause and trouble, no, or fault sa aton nga mga linya. Especially ini iban nga mga wires ni mga undersized pa, kag ang iban wala na pang islan before.
So may mga undersized nga mga linya sang distribution line ang PECO nga wala gid may islan.
Yes, sir. Kay, siguro ang management before, muna gambal sila siguro nga wala outage kay because wala sila pa outage. wala nila schedule ang maintenance exactly. So ila gusto siguro that probably nga gaandar lang to pero wala siguro ano ko compare ko ni siya nga sa mga diskuhan before or peryahan no. Basta gatunog lang okay pa. Doon mo na nga mga
Maski nagasagarak.
basta nagkasagarak ng sound system basta gaandar pa okay pa na.
So, Mr. Engineer Sonsa, can you give us the timeline, no? Sang more power. Kung saan unin nyo gid ni mahitso? Sino masabat sini sa inyo? Ikaw, Engineer Sonsa or si Engineer Ray
Siguro sir,
Haleco?
yata ko Engineer Ray
Okay.
Haleco siguro sa ano.
Sa kay Engineer Ray Haleco, no? Amo ni siya ang head sang Project Development and Management sang More Power Corporation. Ang inyo nabatian bagulang amo iya si Engineer Phil Sonsa is the Technical Services Manager naman iya. So Engineer Haleco, pwede naton matagaan sang timeline no ang aton mga tagpalamati, especially ang aton mga konsumidor sa syudad kung ano gid ang programa ninyo sa pagkayo sa aton distribution system kag anong inikalawig and kung pwede ninyo kami masugiran how much will it cost you.
Actually, good morning.
Good
Again,
morning, Engineer.
Ang project naman, we have a plan from 2020 sa Subong,
20,
pag-take over, until 2025.
Alright.
Kuha na siya, ang mga substations na to, amat-amat to na siya expansion, pag matukod sa mga bagong substations.
So
din sa
ma-expand ka mo ang existing ani expand nyo kag matukod pa kamo sing
city.
bago.
Magdugang kami to expand to address the demand in Iloilo City.
Natan-an nyo ano kadamo ang igadugang ninyo.
Subong 5, and then ang idugang namon mga 3 pa.
Alright. Sige pa,
And
continue.
then, based on those projects, ang distribution system magasunod na. No? Kay kada tukod mo sang isa ka substation o kada kayo mo, ang distribution system ga-follow mo na siya. Kaya nga mo na intention pag kayo mo, of course, dapat kayo man dayan ang distribution system para hindi ito magsulit-sulit, balik-balik, burn out. No? Amo nang amon intention.
Ang isa ka substation, pero abis ang ginagamit subong diri ninyo kay yan sang PECO, mga pilain ang cost niya kung obrahon i-construct.
What kun ang sa subong lang yumin nga makayo lang gid kami ang budget siya billions of pesos man na siya no.
Millions. Kung magpakatindog ka mo sang dugang bago.
Well, depende sa type of substations. Kami substations nga better technology, it would even cost to 300 million sa isa.
Okay, you mentioned technology. What about the technology that PECO use and now ara pa sa inyo subong? Ano ni sila bago o tama na gid ka obsolete?
Well, I'm sorry to say, it is very obsolete. No? Daan siya, radial ang iya system, meaning isa lang kalinya, why siya nagaloop. So daan gid kayo, amo na nga kung mag-burn out diri sa puno, ubos tanan. Ang amon nga ginaplano,
Sige, sige.
ang amon ginaplano is nagaloop kita. Double loop kita ya ang amon plano sina.
You mentioned the double loop. Doon dumako na sa una, there was a suggestion daw, maybe way back in 2010 or 11, kay ara ako sa Global Business Power Corporation as a media consultant. Nag-suggest ang Global sina nga i-double loop ang sistema. And if I recall it right daw, ang cost ato mga 60 million pasad to mo. So, can you elaborate on this, Mr. Castro?
Yes, oo. Well, salamat sa question no about this double loop no. Ang sistema right now no has no loop no. Ano lang na straight lang kung sa ano pa hangtod well from start to ano and ara lang ang kuryente. What we intend to do is to loop it no para i-connect siya sa next feeder. No, para ang mga substations and feeder will have what we call backup no power. Kung ang let's say this section will be cut off for whatever reason, you have a loop no another way no
So
for
daw redundancy siya.
redundancy exactly no and that is not present in the system now talking about technology, I'll just go back to that a little no? Ang sistema sang DU right now, well what we have the facilities right now, I would say are all manual no kung if there are sections na may problema, you have to manually open and close it.
Mhm.
No, but the new system, and this is already being done in advanced cities, no, in advanced countries. All of this can actually be done via hindi na manual, no, but this can be done via what we call electronically. No? If you are electronically connected, in fact, from there you can you can control the system from a control center using the mouse.
Aha.
Which to open, which to close, no?
So wala na sa existing
wala.
sistema sa
That
PECO?
one is not there. That's why the system that sa Iloilo for now,
Aha.
I would say this is 1940s, 1950s na system.
Mr. Castro, dako ni nga insulto sa aton nga syudad. Kay ang aton syudad is highly urbanized.
Correct.
One of the top rated emerging cities in the country.
Yes.
Oo, ang syudad sang Iloilo, amo ni kataas ang pananaw sa iba given the economic boost dire. Tapos ang aton nga one of the major layers of economic growth nato namon ng elektrisidad, 1940s, very obsolete ang system.
Well, it's all manual. It's all manual, no? So, like there was this outage, I think last Thursday, no? The one in Mandurriao. No, ang linya, ang conductor or ang line that's there, when we traced it, it's already corroding, no? What's corroding?
Tok-toko na eh. Tok-tok na.
Yes, no? So,
Kalawang.
na, no? So, syempre, nag-disconnect.
Oo.
No, and when we look at it, well, none actually of our new engineers would still recognize that because this is an old system.
Oo. Ang response time ninyo sa mga power outages is ilabi na gid sa unscheduled brownouts. Kung i-compare naton abi sa previous company sa PECO abi, mapasalig naton ang aton mga pumuluyo nga mas madasig, mas efficient ang more power, Engineer Sonsa.
Yes sir, no. Kung i-compare ko sa before bila sa sistema nga padalagan sa previous nga DU, una-una sir, bago aton tanan nga mga response team nga mga salakyan, kag tanan ini sila well equipped or kompleto.
Ano ni sila organic emergency response teams ninyo ini o kung gina-outsource nyo?
Yes sir, organic na sila, no, more power employees na sila.
How many response teams do you have?
I believe ara kita sa mga 9 subong nga response teams, no. So kung i-compare mo na sa before nga every shift before may ara lang kita duwa. Sa previous nga DU.
Kag-available ni sila 24 hours a day?
Yes sir, oo. Bali tatlo na sa shift na sila, may shifting kita nga ginaobra. At the same time, amo na ginambaw ginang aton nga response team nga salakyan mismo kompleto sa gamit. Bali kompleto may ang aton nga mga tawang ulubra sa linya, may mga PPEs ni sila. Kay concerned naman ang safety sa mga lineman naton nga mga troubleshooters nga gasaka sa poste. Kay sometimes iban may harapan nga mga areas nga energized pa nga kinahanglan nila i-troubleshoot, no? So, obo na ginambaw ang isa nga bag-o ang salakyan, so efficient ka tama. Unlike before nga siguro kung makita nyo man ang orange na before nga galakat sa dalan, nga ina sila mga 25 years naman ang edad sina. Nga una pa gani gabreya ang iyang makina or gakalukpan sang karit ang iyang gulong. Oh, so mas damo pa ang downtime kumpara sa response time.
So, sa kay Engineer Heleco, no? Ano ang ideal number of response team, no? Ano kadamo ang dapat nga available nga response team para nga madasig ang pag responde ninyo sa mga unscheduled brownouts kay tama dang kay init subong. Mo kung mag-brownout ka mo, 5 minutos pa lang, gatsabaw na ang mga naanad sa aircon. Maski nang wala naanad sa aircon, nga garilay lang sa electric fan. Nagatsabaw, dahil social media, gaarak dayon ang pamuyayaw.
Yes sir, ang aton nga mga response team is also enough naman na sa aton.
Is that enough? Ang siyam?
No, may maarapit nga mga line trucks nga malabot. Bali ang line
Saan
trucks
umabot ini?
After COVID.
Medyo mobilization so sa aton nga mga trucks amo ni medyo ang hindrance, no. So ang sa response lang niya sa mga troubleshooting nga medyo gagmay lang nga work, enough na siya ang aton nga team, no. Kay kung tanawon mo gani from 2 to 9 subong niya sa more power. may mapakabot pa ta nga mga line trucks, so lain pag giniya nga team niya ang mag-operate sina. At the same time, makita ta ni sa control center si More Power, naka-distribute ni siya sa mga every district sa syudad sa Iloilo. So may GPS kita nga locator dara nga makita ya mo ni technology nga ginatry naton idugang no si More Power sa syudad nga ang response team tani geographically makita sa mapa. So kung diin natong area example sa Haro, kung di nung pinakalapit nga response team nga ara dara, amo na siya mapalapit sa troubleshoot sa trouble. So makita sa aton nga mga shift engineers dito sa control center nga may available kita nga team nga mas lapit. So ang response time napalipot. Unlike before nga gahom-haom kita kundi na aton nga mga troubleshooters na. Medyo daan ang salakyan hinay, gisa mabriya pa. Do muna.
May dugang ka Engineer Heleco?
Yes, I think ideal na man na siya ang Ambal Engineer Sonsa plus the additional na namon nga trucks coming after the COVID. And sa response team namon, of course, may GPS na ma-monitor na sa control center. So, madali na lang. And ang amon nga communication, we have radios, no? We have cell phones na makakonect dayon sa mga
Ang accessibility bala sa mga konsumidor kung may mga reklamo, parabi may mga power outages kung kaysa hindi man kamo perfect, tao man lang kamo. Ang aton mga pamuluyo kung may mga reklamo, din sila ano nga may hotline kamo, may sino ang pagatawagan?
We have actually hotlines, no? Well, for now, Subong, no? I think we have about 6 hotlines, no? But what we intend to do is even expand that and then have one single number na lang, no? Para mas madali. Now, a little addition doon sa sa response team, no? What we do at night, no, or even during the day is that pag lull period, no, it means walang response na walang trouble call. We actually deploy them in the plaza ng mga districts. That is where they stay.
Preposition.
Especially at night, preposition na sila. Para pag may tawag sa control center, sa helpline naton, no, immediately we know where they are based on the GPS. So immediately we can tell them
proceed to the ano.
So that's why ang aton nga response, no, ang aton nga response sa already having thought that there will be many of this coming, no, unscheduled and scheduled outage is that ara na sa response team, no? So we want to make sure that our response is fast because we know that there will be many unscheduled brownouts that can happen, no? So our response is that, and I hope in about 3 years, well, although our development plan is actually beyond 5 years, but in 3 years time our hope is that the trouble calls will go down. No, our response time will go up and there will be less trouble. No, so what we're asking sa mga pamuluyo sa Iloilo is that we cannot do this overnight. We cannot do this in 1 year. What we're asking is within the 3 years you will see the changes that will happen. No, although that's not yet perfect, no, because that will keep on growing, but at least within 3 years we could already say that we should feel no, the difference between now and then.
Padayon mo nagapamati sa opisyalis ng More Electric Power. Ang oras alas 11:42.
This time check is brought to you by Robinson's Supermarket, located at Robinson's Iloilo, Robinson's Haro, and Robinson's Ungkapabia.
Damo diri sir pamangkot sa aton text line. Ang one common question ang ginapamangkot nila sir, ang party sa billing kag sa rates. Subong kumusta ang panagtaga na isang bills kay ti bago pa lang kamo nakasulod February. Kag anong sistema nyo subong nakalabot na sa mga konsumidor kay iban sa ila kay ti may community quarantine. So nagtingob-tingob kag may the tranches ang pagbayad subong anong sistema sang More subong sa billing.
Actually ang first cycle bill ato, no, when I say first cycle bill this is the first bill that our consumers will get.
Ano nga months na sir?
That actually starts February 29, no. If you have to imagine kasi ang normal billing is naka-slant.
Okay.
No? I mean per district or per group, no? Nakaslant na para every 30 days ang imong
bill.
But when we took over February 29, no, but we have to deliver it in accordance to the billing cycle. So others will actually get it more than 30 days. In fact, some are getting it within 50 days.
Okay.
No? And then what ang nakadungag pa sa a little komplikasyon is that ang ERC came out with their advisories. No? Number 1 is that give 30 days extension.
Palaso.
Number 2 is that give installment. No? So while we were doing the bill, no, with these advisories coming in, we had to change. No? We had to redo. No? That is why I could sympathize, no, with a lot of consumers nang hindi pa nakatanggap ng ng bills. Don't worry po, we will it should be on its way, no, and we will definitely be flexible as far as that first billing is concerned. Oo.
So, siya na sir, kung ano lang mabato nila, amo nang bayaran nila.
Yes.
Kag may suno ya sa ERC nga advisories.
Correct.
Okay.
Number 2, Francis, ang isa pa ka-komplikasyon, no, is that I believe si PECO also collected from many consumers beyond February 29.
No, nga naka-take over na kamo.
When we already took over, and that was also that's also the date that was given by ERC as the cut-off date. Now, ang issue, no, with the consumers is that which many of them actually came forward and said, nakabayad na kami kay PECO hanggang let's say March 15. Ang bill ninyo is starting February 29 and that would include up to March 15.
Okay.
So that is why to make it convenient for the consumers, we ask them to come to the office, i-compute natin kung how much yung binayad nila kay PECO, and then just give us the authority to collect. So kami na problema na namon yan with PECO. So their bill will now be adjusted starting let's say the day na yung sa dulo ng nag-collect si PECO. Di ba? Because it is so unfair if kolektaron pa rin namin, no, yung February 29 moving forward, and yet binayad din nila portion of that to PECO. So, well, that became a problem because si PECO still insisted, no, na mag-collect na hindi na naman siya ang authorized, no. So but anyway, I mean that's between us and PECO, pero para hindi ma-inconvenience ang consumers, we have what we call bill calculator. If they come to the office, i-compute naton, give us the authority to collect from PECO, then you just pay moving forward.
So ugwa sina nga do kamo na lang yang problema sang ginobra ni PECO, hindi ng consumer.
Yes, kaya anyway, ara pa man ng just compensation sa expropriation case. No? So that is where we will kami na lang bahala na kami with PECO and the court.
Importante hindi lang ma-burden naman ang consumers.
Exactly, because it's unfair, no, if we insist that the consumers pay starting Feb 29 and nakabayad na sila for that portion kay PECO.
Ang isa pa gid sir, ang rates kay summer subong gataas ang demand and market forces, ang siyempre ang presyo saka man na.
Yes.
But so far sa inyo observation sir, since nga nag-take over kamo, kumusta ang rates naton?
It actually fell, no. I think yung March bill natin fell by about 75 centavos compared to PECO's previous.
Almost piso
Almost piso. In fact, ang total average, and I'll be very clear, this is the total average. It was 9 pesos 61 centavos per kilowatt hour. No, of course, depende man yan sa rate class, no, that there are adjustments. But the total average was 9.61. And well, I'll take this opportunity to also announce it now. No, for your April bill, it's also around 9 pesos 61 centavos, almost the same as last month.
No? May firm contract na kamo sa mga power generator suppliers?
No, what is allowed, no, by the DOE and the ERC, no, for cases like this is you have a 1-year emergency power supply with the either with the existing power suppliers, no? And there are guidelines on that. So, in our case, we even went beyond the existing. Okay, ang existing sang PECO, no, are PEDC, PPC, and then I think PCPC, no, and they're getting something from the market. No, in our case, well, we retained the PEDC and PPC because I mean ara man sila, no. But we also included KEPCO, we included Aboitiz, and these are actually much, much lower than the PEDC rate. And of course, the market rate was down. That's why we were able to bring it down as low as 9.61.
Oh, so wala na subong nagabayad or nagabakal ang PECO from these generators nga na-mention mo.
I think wala na. Kaya ang bill ni PECO, ni PEDC and PPC,
Address na sa inyo.
address sa aton starting February 29.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's very clear that they billed us and we are paying them.
So ang existing authority from ERC amo na ginagamit ninyo subong.
Yes, that's only for 1 year, no?
Oo.
But within 1 year, we should be conducting what we call the CSP or competitive selection process, no, to open it to the other suppliers, no, generators, and ang competitive bidding based on price.
Okay, so advantageous gali na sa aton mga konsumidor kay you
Should
will certainly get the lowest price.
Should be, yes.
All right. So maginatulutan ako din sa notes bala ni Engineer Leco. Ining mga defects survey, visual, technical services assessment, thermography, and equipment test. Napang-ubra na inyo ni Subong o natapos na ini or ongoing pa ini?
Actually, in addition kay nasa ginamba ni Sir Rowell, nga gin-thermal scan na sang MESCOR before
Natapos na ya. Tapos
Oo,
na.
tapos na. So, ang amon nga concern at that time is the substations, no? Lima ka substations, kaya hindi kami kasulod at that time. So, ang ining defect survey, amo na ni pagsulod na namon sa substations last March 2020. So, sa defect survey nga nakita namon, visual lang na, wala pa na mga testing. 187 defects sa lima ka substation.
So sa pamata lang anay damo na kamo nakita ang mga defects.
May ara na siya major and may ara sa minor. Ang mga minor na matamata namon.
So yung mga tuktok makita nyo na ya.
makita niya.
Ang mga nagalik
Oo.
o ang mga nagangitong-itong ang mga transformers,
Yes.
makita nyo na lang.
Tilinluan, mga gubata building, mga breakers,
Battery station.
battery, mga DC system namon.
Okay.
So nakita na namon. Now ining technical services assessment,
Oo.
amo ni siya ang nag-testing na sang mga OWL na sang mga substation. Amo na-include na siya. Aside from OWL, ang mga equipment pagin nga major equipments testingan man last atong brownout nga dugay, may iban pa to nga testing hindi lang ng OWL.
So ti ano ang findings ninyo? Ilislan gid?
Pilislan gid siya. Dason may ara pa kami thermography nga ginahulat naman ang results no, from the contractor nga amo na siya ang tanamo namon sa mga contacts naman. So ginahulat-hulat na lang namon, and then we have to correct that. So amo na siyang mga equipment test. Kadamo sa mga test na ginbuhat during that shutdown.
May nagahambal nga iban nga mga daw knowledgeable man bala sa industriya nga may mga bagay sa distribution system sang PECO including the substation nga daw taking time bomb kuno nga kung hindi ni makorihiran anytime it will explode, no? So may na-identify ka mo nga mga areas nga sa sistema nila?
Well, oo. In fact, right now, daming taking time bomb, no? Distribution transformers pumuputok lang.
Teka muna na basulon ng mga tao, hindi na PECO.
Well, for me it is both, no? Again, I would put it to PECO. I would point PECO because of course, I mean, people nag-jumper, people nag-ano to.
Sa bagay, pila pa lang ang mga bulan, no? February,
3
March, April, May. 3 months pa lang.
Months, oo. Well, I would say yes, jumpers, no, illegal connection, but that should have been the lookout of the DU. The mere
Distribution utility.
of the distribution utility, the mere neglect of PECO, no, to allow all of this illegals and jumpers to happen, no, just shows how bad and how bulok their system and management is. And that is why the system is also, I mean, the physical system is also affected because ang system nila to manage, no, was really neglect.
May isa pa di ka daw medyo outlandish siya nga pamangkot, no? Kay, ang isa sa mga, I think, PR problems or image problems ng Panay Electric Company, nga daw wala wala gini sila makilala sa ilang mga konsumidor. Batian lang katso. Oh. Pero why sila sing may makita nga itsura bala. Oh. So sa kaso sang more, pwede naton mahibaluan kung sino ang mga sa likod sang More Corporation.
Sa likod.
Oh, ang ako lang nabatian si teka mo, you're the frontliners, no?
Yes, yes.
But who owns More?
No. Actually, it's really owned by the company, the holding company of Mr. Enrique Razon.
Enrique Razon.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, no.
Is he an oligarch?
Well, let's put it this way. I think there are oligarchs with good heart, and there are oligarchs with a heart. I'll put it that way.
Aside from Mr. Razon, sino pa?
Wala na.
Wala
He's the sole, it's a fully owned corporation by Mr. Razon.
So hindi ini matuod ang balita nga nagalagaw man sa kapihan nga isa sa mga construction magnates diri sa Iloilo, part owners ang More.
No.
Wala sila sang stake, wala sila nag-invest 1 or 2 billion sa inyong kumpanya.
Wala.
May isa pa hindi ka pamangkot. So far kuno pila na ang nagastos ang More sa pagkaayos ang binayaan ni nga
Well,
sa imo quote-unquote bulong ka sistema sang
before we took over, we already my last accounting was already something like mga close to about 480 million.
ang gastos ninyo?
Yes.
All in all?
Well,
Pati
this was
sweldo
before-
pati sweldo sa mga tao.
Yeah. That was before takeover.
All right.
Right now, I think we've already reached close to about mga 800, no? Because we already put in orders for what do you call this? Well, we actually have a mobile substation that's just waiting to be transported. No, it should be on its way here. No, and then other equipment we've already started to place them on order. No, and also we're already preparing for the what Ray just mentioned earlier. No, for the substation. Additional substation, and we're looking at 50 MVA, no, GIS substation within the Mandurriao area. So to date, those are the I would say those are the figures that we are more or less.
In the filings of PECO sa ERC, ang ilang nga assets worth correct me if I'm wrong is it really 400 million?
Well, if you ask me, it might even be overstated. No, I mean based on operability, based on operability of the assets. I mean, if you remove the real estate asset there, I mean I'm just talking about the distribution asset, it may be overstated.
Sa una hambal pa ganin sila nga mga 2 billion hasta nga nag 4 billion.
Well, it's easy to talk, no? It's easy to talk, but if you look at the system, again, I mean, if you look at a substation that is leaking with oil, and your book value is still full, I mean, that immediately tells you this is overstated.
So, how much are you willing to pay PECO in terms of compensation sa...
It's like this, no? So, we already deposited 484 or 482 million, no? That is based on the assessed value of the properties that they declared. No? So, well, anyway, the next phase is already just compensation. We will see if how to convince the court, no, that that amount might even be overstated based on the actual assets, no, that are there.
So medyo matagal pa to, medyo madugay pa din nga istoryahan
Kasi talaga, no, I mean, iba yung book value or iba yung assessed value from the value when you see it. I mean, it's just like a car. They tell you that's 5 years, so it's 100,000. But when you look at it, it's bulok. Immediately, sa 100,000 mukhang mahal pa yata 100,000. So, I mean, it's in that. But again, I mean, it's in the court, no? So we will leave it to the court to determine that.
France, no, nang way nakita ka discuss ang ginaobra sang China sa Pilipinas kag ang daw oligarch ni Pangulong Duterte si Dennis Uy kag ang paborito niya nga pungsod sa kalibutan China. Dason na lang siguro na nga Sabado kay kanami sa atong discussion with more power sa liwat mga abiyan nagapamati kamo kay Mr. Ruel Castro, presidente sang More Power Corporation, More Electric Power and Power Corporation. Si Engineer Ray Haleco, Head Project Development and Management, and Engineer Phil Sonza, Technical Services Manager sang MEPC. May duga nga pamangkot, Franz?
Yeah, nagambal man lang ni kuno sir nga ang iban kuno nga nagamandato sang jumper ara man lang kuno sa dati nga diyo. Way tagambal nga diyo ang naga kwan tolerar kundi may ara kuno sa sulod sang kwan sang una. But I think that's before pa man niya.
Yeah, well, we've heard that also.
Oh, pastorya man lang na.
We've heard that. And actually, in the field, we've already met mga former PECO employees no, na who are doing it. No? But again, I mean, I will not blame them at this point. No? Because actually, I think it was tolerated, again, by the management of PECO. But this time, sana, I mean, we already changed attitude also. No? Because for every illegal connection, ang burden are the legal connection. No? So let's not make that happen, no? Because it's unfair sa mga paying customers. No?
May pahabol lang ako, Mr. Castro, no? Kay samtang kung isa walking kami sa Mandurriao, may naagyan ako nga motor, no? Riding in tandem. Tapos picture nila sang cellphone nila ang poste, ang mga electric meters. Tapos yung pamangko ko, siling ko sa more kamo. Yeah, sir, pero outsource kami. So, ini sila mga meter readers, outsourced ni sila nga, hindi yun sa organic employees.
Yes, there are outsourced and there are also organic employees. No? And let me expound a bit on that. No? Kay if tanan organic, no, and you find out that there is some hanky-panky going on, it's so difficult to because
Mahirap i-disiplina.
correct. Oo. At saka, sometimes, I mean, these things, mere, what do you call this? I mean, you have to be evidentiary, no, so forth and so on. But, due process. But in our case kasi, very important ang trust. No? And if consumers will already tell you na yung ito siya, ganyan, I mean, it should be no question anymore. I mean, yeah, we go through due process, but it should be ready that we should replace them with somebody who will be more trustworthy. So, that's one. No? Number two is that ang meter reading naman din, no? I mean, for me, I mean, shouldn't really be an organic or, I mean, it can be organic, it can also be third party. Ang importante is that the pag-manage sa kanila, no, yung pag-supervise nila, no, is very strong. No, so I mean, he may be organic, but if the supervision is not strong, I mean, we will end up with the same with the same problem.
So, how can we police them, no? That's the concern of the consumers. Kay isa gani sa mga mabugat nga akusasyon sa previous nga distribution utility. Oo, mga amigo naman natatani sila. They're my friends, no? Ang mga overbilling or underbilling. Kung isa sa lagi niya nga pagbasa sang metro. How can we avoid those things?
Okay. Two general things on that. No? Number one is that's why we went through a massive replacement of meters, no? Because the defect can also be in the meters. You know, when we took over, or even before we took over, we already identified over 3,500 meters hindi ga operate, hindi ga dagan. Okay? So immediately you know that consumers who are getting billed by those meters are erroneously billed. Eh, hindi man ga function ng metro. Okay? Number two, is that of course, I mean, it's also in the person, no? That's why ang aton nga sistema subong is that we will take pictures of your meter reading. So that will be your basis now, not to see kung ano yung previous at saka ano yung ngayon, no? And if there are questions or disputes, well, we will definitely look into them, but the meters, no, the reading in the meters, no, will actually more or less already tell you on the consumption side. Kasi two factors lang naman ang billing eh. One is consumption, the other one is the price. No? So if you have that evidence on the billing, on the consumption because of the meter reading, then hopefully, I mean, that could ano to, and definitely we want to veer away, no, and hindi tayo yung ano to na yung table ano lang.
Under Dave. Mhm.
Oo.
Ang isa din sinadal ka solusyon, sir, I think last question ko na lang ni. Ang technology sa metering, are you exploring that or going to that direction man?
Definitely, no, definitely, no. Well, that's also part of the whole system because we cannot have what we call automated metering at the lower level if you don't change your wires, no. I mean, kay wala mang communication system right now, no. So that's why it's a whole system, no. I mean, it's really a overhaul of the whole system.
So you will overhaul the system of the previous DU.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Ang PECO may ginahambal sa unang nga smart meter.
But give us time, give us patience, no? Give us your understanding because pare-pareho tayo ng intention, no? We'd like to bring this system into a better system. And number one, help us also in curbing or in cutting down the illegals, no? Because ano talaga, I mean, it's very massive, no? So help us, magtulungan lang tayo, and hopefully in the next 3 years we should have a better electric service.
Pabol, one last question.
Yes,
Ano kuno kadasig ang pag-process ang bag-o nga mga applications for new connections?
Oo. Ang ano to, ang promise naton, and this is actually really happening, no. The reckoning is upon the time that they pay the fees, within 1-2 days they get it. Okay? Ang problema ngayon sa sistema, and we are fixing this very very seriously, no, together with the city hall, no, especially with the city engineering, no, because they have to inspect it, no, and alam naman natin may limitation din sila sa mga tao nila, and we cannot control that part, no. So but ano naman, with the support of mayor, no, and Engineer Badong, we are moving forward, and well, we are aligning, no. So just like yesterday, I think we started doon sa Baluarte, no, South Baluarte, may mga nag-apply na process na. I think by Tuesday they will be energized.
Okay, so Mr. Castro, salamat gid liwat, no, sa kay Engineer Sonsa, kay Engineer Ray Haleco. Nagkitay naman kita liwat, sir. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Salamat gid, salamat.
Medyo nag-overtime.
Ang oras alas 12:07.
This time check is brought to you by Robinson's Supermarket, located at Robinson's Iloilo, Robinson's Haro, and Robinson's Ungka, Pabia.
Wala lang kita sa panahon. Salamat gid sa aton mga pinalanggang at tagpalamati diri sa Daily Guardian on Air over Action Radio Iloilo. Mayong udto.
Lagi ni naman si Francis Alan Angelo. Have a nice weekend. God bless us all.